Meet the team. He is a dedicated artisan and pacifist, basing his trade and skills in non-violent training. She is a warrior, carving her way across the world through combat and grace. Together, without being able to trade with or get assistance from any other players, they must attain the rarest skill cape in the game, an untrimmed Slayer cape. The catch? He is forever forbidden from training combat skills, while those combat skills are the only skills that she can train. In this restricted world, is it possible to achieve their goal? Let's find out together. This is 2 Noobs, 1 Cape. Hey, 54 Slayer, who saw that coming? Not me! Howdy folks. This is just us here finishing our Infernal Mages task from the last episode. And that means that it's time to hop right down into the Edgeville dungeon and get our next Slayer. Wait, where you going? What are you doing? You're going the wrong way. No, what are you? No, stop! Just kidding. That would be absolutely crazy if we thought we were going to the wilderness for Slayer. Or would it? Let's talk about the future. Last time we got our best in slot poison weapon squared away, but the task ahead of us has never been more difficult. I just got 54 Slayer. I've got 45 levels and 12.5 million experience until 99. Make no mistake, up to this point, I've been scraping and scuffing my way to Slayer levels. It's been heavily task dependent, but I'm maxing out at about 1,000 Slayer experience per hour. That's not very good. You do the math for me. It's taken me 150 hours to get to where I am now. And continuing in this way all the way to 99 would be, well, less than ideal. I need to speed things up, and I need to do it soon. Fortunately, Poison Dynamite did me a solid last episode, unlike in this episode. Ominous foreshadowing, question mark? While I was waiting for my Nightshade to grow so that I could kill a sand crab on the skiller and complete the Krendin Kebo's easy diary, I was grinding away at some Slayer tasks at the same time. And I stumbled upon something I really should have figured out sooner. I'm limited by the poison timer right now. Poison strikes every 18 seconds after it's been applied, meaning that much of my grind up to now has been stab, safe spot, and basically twiddle my thumbs until the poison does its job. That's why Slayer progress is taking so long, and there's not much that I can do about it. If I don't want combat XP, if I want Slayer XP to stay higher than combat XP, I need to have patience. I need to let the poison do its work. I can't speed up killing a single monster any more than I already am. But that's the thing. What if I wasn't killing a single monster? What if I was killing several? While in the catacombs on a Shades task, I just decided to bolt another Shade after our first one was safe spotted. Then I figured, well, if I started at 2, why not 3? Pretty soon I had 7 poisons simultaneously, and it occurred to me, I can't speed up Slayer experience by killing the first monster any faster, but there's nothing stopping me, under the right circumstances, from getting a jump start on killing the next ones while poison is still taking care of the first. Now, to those circumstances. I need multi-combat to do this effectively. As soon as I leave combat with a monster, whether because I'm out of range or get PJ'd in single combat, poison immediately leaves that target. In single combat, you can still poison multiple targets with safe spots, but I really need multi-combat to do this effectively. There are some Slayer assignments that come in multi-combat areas, notably in the catacombs, but they're fewer and further between than you might think. But there's one niche area of Slayer where I can do over half of the available tasks in multi-combat. The wilderness. Wilderness Slayer is scary. It's the wilderness after all. But let's be real here, there's a reason it's dangerous. The loot is so good, the tasks are so good, the Slayer points are so good. I haven't been ignoring this avenue up until now, but it's finally time that I take advantage of it. So what do we need to start Wilderness Slayer? Ideally, I'd want an escape strategy up to level 30 Wilderness, which usually means Dragonstone jewelry. I've already got Dragonstones, but I'm several crafting levels short of being able to use them, and many magic levels short of being able to enchant them. Too many for one episode in any case. I do have escape crystals as an emergency option, but they're still pretty expensive. In this case, I think I'm ready to just throw caution to the wind and risk it. It's not like I really have anything to risk anyway, and hey, that death bell's not going to ring itself. More importantly, if I'm committing to getting a Wilderness Slayer task that my rules don't allow me to skip, I need to make sure that I can do it. And the good news is, I can. I've assembled a list of the Slayer monsters that I can receive, and the good news is, not only am I confident in my abilities to kill everything on the table, but almost all of them are really good tasks anyway, with one glaring exception: Ents. Ents inhabit the area immediately west of the Wilderness Slayer cave. When they die, instead of normal drops, they instead become a tree trunk, which you're meant to cut to receive tree logs. Just one problem. These deaths are worthless to me, and even worse, Ents are immune to poison. They're basically just leafy cows. Luckily, I have a wild card to play, my block list. Remember, while I can't skip Slayer tasks, I am allowed to block them as long as I have completed the task at least once before. This means that the first time I'm assigned Ents, I have to do it. But after that, I'll never have to do them again. They come up, I block them, I do Wildy Slayer, I get PK'd, everyone's happy. To be ready to dive into Wilderness Slayer though, I need the 100 Slayer points necessary to block them. And since the first 4 Wilderness Slayer tasks won't give me any points, I need to have those points before I ever ask Crystalia for a task. So that's the mission, plain and simple. 100 Slayer points banked to use, and then straight on into the wilderness. Oh, and there's also something I want to get done on the Skiller this episode, but we'll get into that shortly. Our objective for this episode is to complete our first Wilderness Slayer task. Alright, we've got our plan. We need a couple more tasks from Vonica still. Let's get it done. And I like how we're getting started. I sure do. On the Skiller, we're getting set up again at Guardians of the Rift, just like days of old. We're going to be here for a little bit. We need to stack up some Chaos Runes. My god, is it hard to pay attention when you're slaying giants here and trying to craft some runes over here. I grabbed a level, I gotta get in there. Alright, cool. That was 45 rune crafting. Anyway, here's 49 hit points. And a 46 rune crafting. So in between games, to keep juggling my clues, I've been very quickly stepping beyond the barrier, teleporting to the monastery, juggling the clues, minigame tallying back to the Guardians, and then quickly sprinting through the barrier. It's been working. This is going pretty well. Task complete. Shockingly quick task by my standards. Talk to me, boss. Sure. And you know what? There ain't nothing I love more than a passive crafting level. It's the next day, folks, and it's a big day. Today, combat rebalance changes came out, which means that minimum hit clamping is also now live. That's pretty big for me because my strength level is and has been 1, which means that I can only hit 0s and 1s. Even when I have an accurate roll, that could still end up being a 0 because it's a 50% chance. Today, my DPS could increase dramatically with melee, so we're gonna go try that out. This is demonstrably better, oh my god. This is amazing. Oh, why couldn't they come out with this like 2 months sooner? Everything would have been different. You know what, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, isn't it? But it's not good for magic experience. So, we switch back to the big boys, and we just picked up our first magic level of the episode, 28. Done got crashed again by a cannoner. What you gonna do? And when this game ends, that's 50 rune crafting. We gotta be on our toes because we gotta go juggle our clues really quick for the next game. This is 33 magic, which unlocks telekinetic grab for us. There are a couple of scenarios that I'm pondering where we might, in fact, deploy that for our good. Yet to be determined. This right here should get me 50 rune crafting, which would be the level at which I could craft law runes. But I'm pretty sure I can't do that without the Troll Stronghold quest anyway. I can't make Cosmics without Law City. I can't make Laws without Troll Stronghold. I can't make Bloods without Sins of the Father. I can't make Deaths without Morning's End Part 2. None of those I'll ever be able to do. It's alright. We are gonna stop here. Let's do our pulls. In reality, I'm not sure that could have been much worse than it was, but that's going to be enough rune crafting for now. Did get both pouches. That's not bad. In any case, we better get optimistic in a hurry, because where we're going next is going to be quite the challenge. And truth be told, I'm not 100% sure that we're going to be able to do it. Where, oh where, are we going? Well, ahoy there, Mosel Ray. Say there, what's a scruffy looking, unique wearing noob like yourself doing down in these parts? Well, sir, I am so terrified that you asked. We stand at the gates of Shilo Village, the largest settlement on Karamja. This city has incredible resources for Ironmen and Group Ironmen, from fly fishing right next to a bank to the highest level Slayer Master in the game, Duradel. But there's one reason and one reason only that we're here: Gem Rocks. Silver jewelry is made from the lesser known gems, opal, jade, and red topaz. There are some obscure ways to acquire these gems, like pickpocketing ham members, which is how I got my first supply, but they're not really a reliable source. And between expeditious and slaughter bracelets and the necklaces of passage that sped up my hunter grind last episode, I burned through my existing supply very fast. If I want to keep up, I need to know where I can get these gems easily, and gem rocks are the way. Just one problem, you knew it was coming. The city's locked behind a quest with not one, not two, but 3 bosses. Technically they're the same boss in 3 phases, but each of them packs a punch, and I need to kill each of them on the Skiller account in order to get this quest done. Now level 3's completing this quest isn't anything new. There are actually very well documented ways to get this done, but they all involve using an alternate account to do the majority of the damage. I don't want to go that route. I don't want to say that I cheated this quest. I want to do it all by myself on the Skiller. And this definitely doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I don't have another bonded account with which to access this area anyway. Luckily, just last episode we saw that there's a path for me to do it by myself using poison dynamite. I need poison dynamite to hit, and I needed to poison these bosses in order to complete this quest, and I'm going to need it to do so efficiently. Nightshade takes forever to grow, and I don't have very many dynamite left. If we're going to accomplish this, I'm going to need to get very lucky. But we need these gem rocks, and there's only one way. Forward. If I get this dialogue wrong, things are gonna appear and kill me. That option right there. We don't want that one. Let's do this. Thank you. I'll go to see the shaman. Oh yeah, there. You want me, eh? You undead one? Oh yeah. Next time. Next time. Actually never, but they don't need to know that. Truth it is, just being hit in this place is giving me the heebie-jeebies, so can we get this show on the road? We must travel to the far beyond place. Across the river. Just getting to this place is gonna kill me. These monkeys are the same combat level as me. Let's be sure here. Let's look at this mound of dirt. Let's stare at it very intently. It would be stupid of me to dig here without full run energy. For once, I am actually gonna wait for that to recharge. That's close enough. Okay, so there aren't bad guys everywhere, just occasionally in the place. Probably with an aggro range that will make me cry. Get stuck on something. We like that. We like that a lot. Okay. I'm gonna have to tank something here. Holy shit. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. That's bad. Ooh, that's bad. This could be bad. Search it. Okay, now we're talking. Good deal. Run. Get wrecked. Get wrecked again. Don't. Shoot. 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 Son of a gun. Good enough. I'm scared. I'm leaving. Thank you. Okay, we got buried a corpse. Got a shard. Alright. Alright, don't die to snakes. Not die on the way to where we gotta go now. As I run out of run energy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I hate this place. There's 3? For real? Excuse me? Oh, and a tribesman's on me. My god. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm still floored that I have the same fighting capabilities as these monkeys. Oh, why are there so many things that want to kill me? Are there things that want to kill me down here? There probably are. Who knows? Even the rocks want to kill me, man. Palm trees in the northeast. That's a long way to go, bruv. Oh, I'm at the end game already. Oh, dear. That means I need to go and equip myself. Oh, it's time. Avoid Simba. Dude, that aggro range is ridiculous. That is quite the entranceway. There's no time like the bro. Oh, Jesus. There's no time like the present. Let's do it. Let me not. Oh, dear. They're right down here, aren't they? Oh, boy. Oh, that's whew. Oh, big boys. Yeah, that's a line. Oh, yes, sir. Woo! Alright. That could have been worse. Use the bones. My approach to this is going to be getting on the opposite side of the table. Woo! Is anyone ever ready to fight? Yeah. Where you gonna be? 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 Get over there! Oh, you 2x2? Down there, sir. Good. Okay. Probably have a max hit of 9, don't you? Whoo, you sly dog. You almost got me. You just sit right there, you know? Coffee break. It's actually gonna be devastating if I can't use poison dynamite on this thing. He has full health! He has full health! He? She? Oh, definitely he. Wait. Yeah, definitely he. Thank you! Oh, I can do it from here? That's next level, bruh! Blitzneck. Well, there's nothing for it. We just gotta keep trying. This ain't looking good, folks. Because I'm not hitting at all. Well, that was about 30 hours down the drain. We are going to have to rethink our strategy. Okay, we're back in for round 2. New setup this time. Really don't want to take any damage here because we're cutting it a little thin on our recoils. There's a... Did it recoil for no damage on that boy? It totally did. Huh. But it's still registered on the ring. Well, that's too bad. Anyway, we got 70 hit points on the monster. That means I have to take 70 hits overall. It has a max hit of 9, which means that after every hit, I need to heal up to full. I have no idea if this is possible. I don't want to use an ult. I'm gonna have to find a way. Got down to about half health and then went back into the tomb. I think that means that I can't do this without an ult. Alright, we're about to go on a bit of an odyssey. And in RuneScape terms, it truly became an odyssey. The boss has a 5-minute timer. I should have known this, I should have researched it. Now I know it, this is the entire problem. I don't have enough time in 5 minutes to take a hit, recoil the boss, heal up to full, and repeat the process 70 times. I need a faster way to get this kill. Or, as it turns out, these 3 kills. It starts and ends with Poison Dynamite. If I'm going to get this done, I need Poison Dynamite, and I need a lot of it. Growing Nightshade takes too long, over 5 hours for between 6 and 12 cloves, which is 2 to 4 Poison Dynamite. It takes me 5 minutes to run through 6 Dynamite at the boss, and my chances of hitting are not that good. I need to drastically speed up my production of Nightshade. But that's the problem, there's only one Belladonna patch in the game, the one I'm using at Draenor Manor. I'm limited by the game. The game wants me to lose. That's why I put all these frickin' things on Karamja trying to kill me. But I'm one step ahead of the game. I know things about the game that the game itself doesn't know. I know about Cave Nightshade. Cave Nightshade has the same effect as regular Nightshade. You can't make it, but it has a spawn in the Skavid Caves, a labyrinthian cave network underneath the ogre settlement of Gutanoth. Just one problem. To access this Cave Nightshade, you need, and let's say it together, to complete a quest which rewards combat experience. But not so fast. I don't actually have to complete the Watchtower quest, I just need to get far enough into it to start collecting Cave Nightshade, which doesn't require quest completion. So we went back to the drawing board with a new idea. Get far enough in Watchtower Quest, get Cave Nightshade, produce more Poison Dynamite, gear back up, and go back in. And we couldn't do this alone as it so happens. We need Dragon Bones for part of Watchtower Quest, so I called in the Slayer to sacrifice a little bit of magic experience in order to kill a green dragon and get us those bones. Next came the hard part. After taking a moment to change my right click on Dragon Bones to drop to avoid a single account ruining click, and no, that wasn't the hard part, we set off on both accounts to the cave entrance that takes us to the Watchtower Quest boss fight. That boss fight is Gorad, one of the ogre chieftains, and while the fight itself isn't that difficult, Gorad's not that scary of a boy. He does have a max hit of 8 and I only have 10 HP, same as the Shilo Village boss. I need to be flinching this and healing up on every hit, and this actually takes so long that I had to bring the Slayer account as a supplementary source of food while I was doing it. It took me almost 15 minutes to flinch Gorad down to death, and naturally, once I did so, I got no drop. Because you need to do at least 1 point of real damage in order to get the drop. So we had to go again, and this time I brought Old Faithful with me. So we had to bite the bullet on 1 hit of combat experience, but I got extremely lucky. Not only did it hit on the first try, but it also poisoned, which sped up the fight and saved on food considerably. And this time I did get the drop, and we could proceed. Then we gave the Dragon Bones to Tobin, assembled the rest of the Ogre Relic, and the City of the Ogres became my oyster. And finally we acquired the Skavid map. What we did everything for. We'll never go any further in Watchtower Quest. The final quest reward gives a ton of magic experience that we don't want. And now that we have the Skavid map, we can enter the Skavid Caves and acquire Cave Nightshade. Unlike regular Nightshade, Cave Nightshade doesn't stack, so we'll have to actually do runs of these, but either way, it's so much quicker to acquire than Belladonna and regular Nightshade. And this is gonna be it. Unless someone is also hopping through the world picking up Nightshade. I've collected over 300 Cave Nightshade. It took me like maybe 2 hours. But in that time, 300 Nightshade, averaging about 6 per plant like I was doing while I was farming. That would have taken me about 50 plants. That would have taken over 250 hours, and I just covered it in maybe 2. We saved so much time by progressing that far in Watchtower. I'd say that was definitely worth 4 attack experience on the skiller. So, with new Dynamite prep, do you think we'd be ready to go back into the fight, right? Wrong. I've mentioned this before, but Poison Dynamite actually hits based on the accuracy of your current attack style. The first time I went into the tomb, I went in barehanded with level 1 stats everywhere. That's not getting me anywhere. I needed to maximize my chance of the Poison Dynamite hitting so I could maximize the chance of it poisoning. Now with my levels on the skiller, there's a limit to the gear that I can actually possess. But with my best in slot and Iron 2H, we're already getting there. And throw in a super attack potion, which I should be able to make, and now we're cooking. Funny I should mention cooking really, because I needed to do that too. I didn't have the supplies for 45 herb lore, which you need to make super attack potions, but I did for 41, and using a botanical pie, I could then boost up to 45 to make the super attack potions. Only problem is I didn't have the cooking level for botanical pies either, so I needed to scrape together every last fish in my bank, and that still wasn't enough to get me over the line to 52 cooking. After that, we made the pies, got 41 herb lore, and made some super attack potions. 1 Iron 2H later, and we were ready to go back in. At the time I did this, that DPS calculator was reporting about a 12% chance of accurate hits. It seems like Project Rebalance might have skewed that a bit, and I was doing this after Project Rebalance, so my hits should be in line with the new stuff, but I'm gonna use the old stuff for these calculations. With a 12% chance of hitting, that's about a 1 in 8, so I expect every 8th Dynamite or so to land a hit. According to the wiki, zeros with Poison Dynamite still have a chance to poison, so I don't have to worry about max hit. With poison landing 25% of the time, I would expect an average of 32 Dynamite per successful poison. With this in mind, and 3 bosses, I cooked up 100 Poison Dynamite to try to get this done. Once we search this dolmen, the 5-minute timer starts, and we've got to get it done in that time. Who knows how many times we're going to have to do this? Alright, I did get a hit in that time. It didn't poison. That's actually a promising run all the same, because it did prove that I can get a successful damage, which just means that I have to play the odds enough to get that 1 in 4 for the actual poison. This is actually cutting it kind of close, just because of the timer. Oh, we got it though. Oh, I'm so happy. We did it once. That means we can do it twice more. Oh, I'm so relieved. What are the odds? 2 for 2? No such luck. Took 50 or maybe 49 Dynamite for that first kill. It hit, but it hit a 0. Project Rebalance, what you doing? Actually, I had to take a quick break to grab some cakes because I ran out. And with that, I'm out of poison dynamite. Folks, I don't know about this one. I might just have to go on and give up. Yeah, that was never gonna happen. If I have to make 1,000 poison dynamite, we're gonna get this done. We finished up our round of 300 Cave Nightshade, but we blew through our cash stack to get the last round of poison dynamite, so we need to sell off our alkables from Implinks to make more. Oh, really? I can do that. 46, 47, missed 48, 49, and 50. We're back. We've got our loot. Let's make some money. There we go. Just shy of 400k. Cash stack replenished. And with this, I should have stocked up another 100 poison dynamite, which means it's time to go back in. Can't tell you how well acquainted I am with this dungeon at this point. I mean, this just means I'm gonna get spooned somewhere else, right? I'll get spooned somewhere else. I'll get spooned somewhere else. I'll get spooned somewhere else. This is actually a little bit incredible. I am resolute in my conviction. This has to be the one. There's no way I can get more unlucky than this. Come on. Yes! Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got stuff to do. Here we go. Oh, we did it. Oh. Stage 2 completed. That means there's just one more. Almost certainly not going to have enough dynamite to get it done. I almost don't care. We finally got through that one. That one took almost 100 dynamite by itself. My calcs must be way off because I'm 3 times over rate for what I should be. But at this moment, I don't care. We got to do it one more time. And it's going to be the hardest one because it's got 10 more hit points. Okay, so we should be at the final stage, and this actually changes the calculation a little bit. The final stage has 80 hit points. That extra 10 hit points is going to be big. To make sure I have enough time to get the kill after poisoning it, I'm only going to be able to use 3 per activation. So after I use 3, I'll have to hop worlds and then do it again. It would be absolutely devastating to poison it and not get the kill. This is going to take however long it takes. We're at the finish line. Alright, I'm not going to be upset about it. Actually, as it so happens, I'm now out of poison dynamite again, so I'm going to have to go gather another 100. I'll see you in a while. And this is completing another batch of 100 plus dynamite. Let's send it. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Damn it. That's the first time I've died doing that. Oh. What the fuck? Did not. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Oh no! Okay. Yeah. That mistake is just gonna haunt me until I get it. I already know. I can already feel it. And guess what? It did haunt me. It did. But I kept going back, and going back, and going back, and going back again. And it's still never poisoned. I was having 4 consecutive all-splash inventories. I was getting mime shows. I was starting to do crazy things. I was starting to question RNG. I was starting to question whether I had done something wrong and messed up my quest. I was getting mad at myself for questioning RNG in the first place. People go dry, man. It happens. I blew through the rest of my 300 dynamite. No such luck. I made another 100 dynamite, and nothing. I even went back to the DPS calc and tried to figure out if mage would be a better option for this. It was not. I was going so dry that I finally considered bonding up an alternate account to get this done, even though I really, really didn't want to. But then... here we go! This is our chance! This is our chance! We gotta do this! Come on now. We gotta go fast, we gotta go fast, gotta go fast. We need damage down, we gotta go, we gotta go. This is it! This is it! This is big. We gotta go. Gotta go. Oh, we're so close. Give me the corpse. Oh! Oh my god, we did it! Oh my god, we did it! Oh, thank god I'm recording. Oh my god, we did it! Take the corpse before it leaves. Get the corpse. Oh my god, we did it. Ah, it's over. Oh my god, it's over. We did it. I don't know if you guys understand. It's been 5 days. It's been 5 days of me doing nothing but collecting nightshade, throwing money down a hole for dynamite, and walking on this fucking trek back to this place. Oh, but it's over now. Oh, it's over now. We gotta go finish the quest. I was gonna remove this placeholder, but I'm just thinking I'm gonna just leave it there forever. I ended up making 500 poison dynamite. I still have 81 left. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares, man? Who cares? It's all over now. It's all over now. I'm just sprinting through the rest of this island like it can do me no harm. I laugh in the face of danger. Just gotta shimmy shake down these well-stacked rocks. Sure, Captain Arnov. Nothing would make me happier than helping you unlock your chest. You terrifically bearded sir. You are more than welcome, Rashilia. And that is Shilo Village completed on the skill, or on the level 3 skill. I can't believe we got it. And I'll take the crafting level if it gave me one. If it didn't, I don't care. I'm not even paying attention. Who cares? It's done. We did it. I can't believe it's over. All right, let's see what it was all for. Let me in, Mozalray. We are in the village. Oh, we have a furnace on Karamja. We have river fishing on Karamja. We have cart rides. Oh my gosh. Oh, look, we even have a nice lookout over the river. Let me come up here. Oh, look at this. What a great view. What a great place to see the river from. And, you know, I'm really glad we had the skills to get in here. All right, let's get down to it. There's a reason we're here after all. Come to me, you beautiful pink rocks, you. Oh, oh, he's at level 19 down here. Is that a bot? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he did not do 500 poison dynamite. Just call it a hunch. Another level 19. Well, I think we found the farm, folks. This is how we're gonna make our jewelry from now on. I'm happy. You know what? This wasn't really that much in the end, but I am so happy. Just a final word on my poison odds there. I didn't mention, but I did figure out that for approximately the first 300 dynamite, I was actually using the wrong attack style, which lowered my accuracy chance from 12% to 8%. This is way less painful in hindsight, let me tell you, but the percentile stats you've been seeing have been calculated with that 8% in mind. In the end, I didn't actually go as dry as I thought. 4 out of every 100 people would struggle as much as I did, and I just happened to be one of those 4 today. Stranger things have happened. But a few weeks later, Jagex announced that they had fixed a bug, causing players using poison dynamite to hit 0 even after passing their accuracy roll. Assuming that bug was live while I was doing this, that realistically cost me 100 or 200 dynamite. So is it possible that this bug fix had something to do with me? Well, no, I'm pretty certain, no. Just unfortunate timing, I'm guessing. That timing does suggest to me that someone flubbed adding minimum hit clamping to poison dynamite, and thus, in seeming contrary to the wiki, means that a dynamite hit of 0 cannot, in fact, inflict poison. Had I known this in advance, I may have sent a few dozen winter tods to get my fire making level up before doing all of this. But I'm not resentful. It's water under this bridge now. We made it. We're inside the village. And you know who's not? The Slayer. It's not like we logged out over there all the time we've been running to the tomb. We need to go catch up on what's been going on with her. And there's the Calphite's task complete. Got most of the way, or part of the way anyway, to 40 magic. And this should be our 50th task overall, which should push us over 100 points, which is where we need to be to start Wilderness Slayer. So in theory, this could be our last task ever from Vonica, and it's not a half bad one either. And this is task 50 complete. So we've got our 100 Slayer points and we're itching to hit the Wilderness, but there's one last thing I need to do before we're ready. And you may have already spotted what it is. In order to block a Slayer task, I need 50 quest points to actually unlock the block slot. Say that 5 times fast. 807 accounts like the Slayer have a very limited list of quests that they can do, but luckily the quest points do total over 50. Now the bad news. There are quests in here which reward combat experience that the Slayer can take without any rules violations, but it's really not helpful towards our Slayer experience surplus goal. So we're going to get started on the ones that we can do, and we'll have to be a bit more careful which ones we choose to do later on. And after a bit, here's Pirate's Treasure completed. We did Sheep Herder, and Clock Tower, and Black Knight's Fortress. We did Below Ice Mountain. Oh look, it's everyone's favorite NPC. Yay, we did everyone's favorite quest. So that was pretty much all of the quests that we can do without having some adverse consequence that we don't want to really have affecting our account. None of the adverse stuff is like account breaking, it's just basically boss fights or unlocks that we don't want to get. Some of those we're just going to take on though, like Demon Slayer. The good news about this boss fight is that I can completely recoil it. Come now, Demon, try harder. Demon Slayer, done. Next up is Corsair Curse. I have to do this one straight up, but it shouldn't be that bad. No kidding, it's even better because I don't gain experience from it. Oh, I gain a little bit of experience from it. Totally fine. Easy game. And quest complete. Now in Merlin's Crystal, we gotta take out Mordred. There we go. Also need bat bones, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to bring one of these boys down as well. Smashy. And Merlin's Crystal done. Okay, so our options are getting ever slimmer. The rest of the quests that are available are pretty much all bad for one reason or another. I'm about to do Ernest the Chicken. It's not the worst, but it does unlock the Killer Watts plane, which is a potentially pretty bad Slayer task. The good news is it only comes from Majna, and I'm not planning to use Majna at all, except for one perhaps very niche use far in the future. I'm not going to worry about that too much for now. We're going to just do this for the high quest points. And there it is. Alright, it's time for Vampire Slayer. Vampire Slayer's not the best. It will reward us 5k attack experience. No hit points experience though. We've got a big surplus on attack experience, so we're not gonna fret too much about it. Count Draenor, hola. Somehow seeming to do himself great damage. Not exactly sure how we got to this point this fast. Garlic apparently. But I'm loving how he's just killing himself and is poisoned. Can't say enough about it. So they don't have a hammer. Oops. Well, Count Draenor, hola. And sayonara. Here's Witch's Potion. Gain 325 magic experience. Not a big deal at all. Totally fine. We're going back in with Holy Grail. The rewards for this are a bit hefty, but they're actually going to help us in the long run. Senor Black Titan. Have at thee. Just about one more hit should do it. There we go. This is going to hurt a little bit. That's a little high. 49 prayer is very nice. 52 defense is not the end of the world. Let's be real. Now for Shilo Village. Warlord time. It's another one of them reduced XP fights, so I'm just gonna let it ride. And there we go. Berry Bones for respect. Bit of an XP drop incoming. Couple levels. That's actually pretty nice. And the good thing about Shilo Village is that it does unlock the travel through the spirit trees for us. So for my last quest, I'm gonna do Prince Ali Rescue. That's 3 quest points. But I'm still 1 short in that case. There are a couple other quests that I could do. Scorpion Catcher, for instance, that offers strength experience, but I've been keeping my strength level at 1. That's very deliberate. I want to be doing more accurate hits for less damage so that poison has a better chance of applying and taking down more of the hit points of the monster. So instead, I'm going to do Rune Mysteries as the last quest that I need. And that's a little sketch because once I complete it, I will unlock rune crafting and there's a potential for a lamp mistake. But if so, that's only going to be 10 experience a pop. I'm not putting lamps on rune crafting on the scaler anyway, so it's very unlikely that I'll make that mistake. Doing this quest actually low-key feels pretty dirty, and I regret starting it already. I mean, it's not like it really hurts anything. I kind of wish that I could just say that was still red. Oh well, it's not a violation. Rune Mystery's complete. 1 quest left. Alright, it's time for Prince Ali Rescue. And I'm gonna have the skiller do this along with the Slayer. Let's get moving. Time to begin. That's 1 prince jailbroken. Our quest is complete. We have 50 quest points. It's time to get started on Wilderness Slayer. Before we grab our first task, let's verify. Yes, we have a block slot. It is the only one that we will likely ever have, but we only need 1. Cristelia, lay it on me. Easy. Easy game. We're out here in the east. We're in Multi. We got our quick prayers. We got our rune dagger. Let's make stuff happen. Yeah, we're still kind of hiding, but you know, we're taking on, I thought it was 6. Yeah, we're taking on like 6 at one time. That's pretty good. 8 poison, same time, new record, nice. And when this next boy falls over here, that should give us 55 Slayer, which was actually a concern at one point. It was specifically a concern because of Toroth, which would be bad. I can't kill Toroth in an efficient manner in any capacity. But the good news is, now that I'm doing Wilderness Slayer, I shouldn't ever have to do Toroth. So we kind of dodged that one at the right time. Some guy came around and teleblocked me and then did nothing, which is always nice. And then some dude just showed up for a clue. Good luck, sir. Ooh, the first Laren's key on the account. If I was smart, I'd go bank. I'm gonna try to eke out a couple more kills, man. I've never been accused of being smart. And just like that, our first wilderness task is completed. No points yet, but we're gonna get there. And hopefully this is very far in the past for you, but I'm still trying to get the Shilo Village kills, so I think I might just go and knock out a couple more tasks. I did end up going to knock out a few more wildy tasks, but we're going to save that for next time. Instead, I want to talk about one more thing. On June 17th, Jagex announced the development of a new Slayer boss in Mauritania, Araxor. Amid the furor around yet another Spider and Slayer boss is hidden the foundation of something that, in the truest sense of the word, could be absolutely game-changing for my accounts. Araxor's unique drops include something incredible, the Noxious Halberd, not because of its stats or its strength, but because of its passive effect, a 33% chance to deal venom. I haven't talked about venom at all on this account for a very specific reason. Up until now, I could never get it. All weapons and equipment which have a chance to deal venom come from Zulrah, a dread snake locked away in the poison waste, access to which requires some quests, and I'm sure you know how this goes by now. But venom is the ultimate meta of my accounts. Venom is poison on steroids, damage over time that gets worse rather than weaker, that a monster can't cure, and that could catapult my DPS into the next dimension. And I wasn't talking about it because I was hoping, praying that a future update would give me access to it somehow. Friends, this boss could change everything. On the day of the announcement, Mod Goblin confirmed that the only requirement for this weapon is 82 attack, which, while some distance away now, I would entirely expect to have by the time I can kill Araxor, which would require 92 Slayer anyway. Which, while a really long way itself, is in reality only halfway to my end goal. So that's it. This is what I have now. We don't know the hypothetical drop rate of the Halberd, we don't know how frequent Araxor and its children can be assigned as Slayer tasks, we don't even know if I'll be able to scrape together the gear necessary to take this boss on. And this is only if it and the Halberd both pass the poll. But despite all of that, this is what I've been waiting for. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. This is the step that I need to say, if I can make it that far, I can go all the way. This update gives me something that I've only had the vaguest glimpses of until now. A target. We'll have to see where the future takes us. But one thing I know for certain is that I've never been more confident that we'll get there in the end. I hope you'll join me on the rest of the journey. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you out there.